So, just waiting for everyone to load in. We'll get into the picks and bans here. And it is TL that is starting off the bans here. And looks like they will also have first pick. The rules did state that Radiant will always have first pick. So that shouldn't be the case, but oh well. Guess they're okay with it. One person on PF is actually tagged up, Zoom. But oh well, they are technically supposed to have either tags or stand-ins. And they are already eating into bonus time on the very first ban. And Tinker making some strange frog noise when he gets banned. I don't know what's up with some of these ban noises. It's scary shit. Oh, I should actually... Set it to that view. There you go. Now you can see the whole screen. And... So, that sound from Windrunner scares the hell out of me. I don't know, like, again, Valve, what's up with these ban noises? But Tinker's being banned out. He's good solo mid. He's a good global harasser with the March of the Machines. He's able to push lanes out. So it's not that surprising. Or he could go with the laser rocket route, have a lot of burst if they went with a really squishy team. Windrunner, she's just a very powerful solo laner. The power shot, the wind run, allows her to CS from a very far range, escape most situations. So, not too surprising. Then we're going to see a Brewmaster. He's got a ton of team fight with that primal split. He's able to CC 2 people down. It's just insane. And then we've got Lycan banned out as well. Lycan's a good jungler. He's a great pusher. Got some good ganking. And then a Naga Siren. Naga Siren, very good tri-lane. She's got the net, which goes through Magic Immunity and will allow her to... it roots you in place for about 5 seconds. You can still cast spells as long as it's not movement-oriented stuff like Waveform. And then Song of the Siren, great ultimate, allows you to set up positioning. People are immune to damage during it, but allows you to like set up that perfect black hole or that perfect Echo Slam or Ravage or whatever you're looking for. Allows you to get into the position where you can pick off just the target you want. And then we're going to see a Nature's Prophet. He's got a ton of global presence, not surprising at all. He's able to teleport anywhere he wants. He's able to... The Sprout, very good. And, you know, the Treant's great for pushing. We're going to see a Darkseer make it through. He's picked up very first pick. Darkseer's got great team fight ability with the Vacuum. Ion Shell allows him to CS fairly safely. The Wall of Replica is just ridiculous. It is a little OP. I mean, but I don't want to say like I'm trashing the hero or anything. He's a very powerful hero. He does take some skill. He'll end up being probably very tanky, and he'll just get in there, cause a bunch of havoc. Then we're going to see a Templar Assassin first pick. She'll have a lot of burst. Well, depending on the build. Generally, you see the Refraction maxed out first, and then they will go for a blink, a very fast blink after like bottle boots, you know, the standard stuff, and then we'll go for some damage once you have that mobility. With the traps, you're able to keep people pretty much slowed constantly. The Blink Dagger gives you some great survivability. You're able to meld in bad situations, blink out. Then we're going to see a Puck picked up. I honestly haven't seen a Puck in a pro game in a while. I mean, I guess these guys, it's not necessarily a pro. They are high skill level. I mean, this is qualifiers. It's relatively unknown teams in this one, the 4th qualifier. This is teams looking to break onto the scene, basically. But Puck, I mean, he's a very good solo lane, so we might see some kind of Templar Assassin tri-lane, or we might see a jungler picked up by them. Shen and Enchantress are still on the board. He's got some great team fight with that Dream Coil. Just basically says, you know, all that positioning you wanted, screw you. So he's very good. Phase Shift allows him to survive. Then we're going to see a Leshrac and an Enigma. So that's a ton of push picked up right there. Leshrac, Diabolic Edict, the single greatest pushing spell in this game. It's just ridiculous. And then Enigma's Eidolons allows him to jungle. And allows him to jungle. The Black Hole, great team fight. And just tons and tons of utility out of that Enigma. And they're going to go with a Keeper of the Light. I mean, he's got a great nuke. The Illuminate will hit ridiculously hard at rank 4. You get a full charge of that. Spirit Form, I mean, Mana Leak is great, especially against, like, Leshrac, who is very reliant on his casting. He'll be able to constantly feed mana to somebody. So they might put him with a tri-lane, maybe with like an Earthshaker or something like that. Someone who, you know, if you can spam Fissures almost constantly, it's great. And then the Spirit Form allows him to do Illuminates without having to sit still. Allows him to summon somebody back to him, or to him, as long as they don't take damage. So it's great. And they're actually going to ban out an Earthshaker, knowing that combination, the Fissure spam, can be incredibly annoying. We're going to see a Chaos Knight banned out as well. He's got a ton of stun with the Chaos Bolt. Can be upwards of a 4-second stun. Sorry, I had a bit of a brain fart there. Reality Rift allows him to chase like a boss. So, and then the Phantasms, he can just pump out so much damage. And just waiting for the last ban out of TL here. It's going to be a Dragon Knight. Yeah, I could see that. Again, he could be put with the Keeper of the Light. Then he wouldn't have to go Soul Ring, and you can basically just keep doing Breathe Fire. And it does so much damage. It can do so much damage, allows him to farm very well. Normally, you see DKs go Soul Ring because he has super high regen, and then he can just keep using Breathe Fire to farm, but with a Keeper of the Light, he doesn't even need to pick that item up. He can go for something like a fast Armlet or a very fast BKB. Undying's going to be banned out, a bunch of team fight there. The Zombies OP, just zombies are ridiculous. And then the Flesh Golem, the Decay, the Soul Rip, everything he has is great for large-scale fighting. We're going to see a Sand King picked up, some more team fight. So there's just a ton of team fight on this TL team. I mean, they've got the Vacuum into the Black Hole, into Epicenter. If they can pull this combo off, then PF is just going to get annihilated. And actually need to set up, now that I know actually who this is, I will set up the starboard. They both get to be blanks. And they're gonna PF responds with a Rubik. Great pick. I mean, if someone picks up a whole bunch of AoE team fight abilities, you just go Rubik. I can steal them. You have to now be careful, but when you get them, unless you annihilate Rubik with that combination, he's going to steal one and use it back on you. Morphling's going to be picked up. Give them some carry power. Give them some right-click damage. And then a Weaver's going to be picked up. I actually really like the Weaver pick because he's going to... The time-lapse will allow him to... as long as he doesn't get one-shot by this teamfight combo, he can time-lapse out, and basically the combo never happened. I mean, obviously, it can affect his team. I mean, it's one of those things that he can time-lapse, but if the rest of his team dies, then too bad. But if they try and pick him off solo, they'll waste a ton of resources on him, and then he just time-lapse it out. All of a sudden, they're behind, they are all on cooldown, and he'll just start putting in right clicks. And we are just waiting for someone to pick the Puck. I mean, he'll just get randomed into it. Because, did he DC? Yeah, it looks like he's DCing. There is a pause. So, wait, what? Oh, I really hope that we're not going to see a bunch of trolling and trash talk in this. But anyways, we've got TLMBBQ on the Morphling. Why do you do a name with a bunch of caps and Hest Joe Rotten on the Sand King? DJ.Noya on the Enigma, sorry. Hawaii on the Darkseer, and then TL Zorti on the Leshrac. And then over on this Radiant team, we have Zoom on the Templar Assassin, Deathwish on the Weaver, Punk on the Coddle, ZZZZZZZ on the Rubik, and the last player will be Marcos on the Puck. So we will have to wait and see. Just waiting for something to happen. Really hope we're not sitting at this for a long-ass time. And TL says they are all ready to go. So we will have to wait and see. So I would put the late game advantage towards this. Actually, they've got it pretty even. I guess probably the TA and the Weaver could outcarry the Morphling, but with all this team fight, I have a feeling that the late game will be in TL's advantage, because late, like if you get into the super late game, like 40 minutes, you're going to end up looking more for big 5-man pushes. And it looks like we are resuming now. So we should see yellow pick that puck. There you go. The wonderful frame stomping for that. And to start off, we're seeing, looks like TA's going for a very fast bottle. Just picks up 4 Ironwood branches and a set of tangos. Then we got Rubik going support. Are we going to see some kind of tri-lane? More than likely, we will see a Coddle, Rubik, and Weaver tri-lane with this puck going solo. And it looks like we're going to have the Dire team looking to wander into the Radiant jungle here, ward this pull camp. They probably were thinking, you know, we're going to see a tri-lane, so we better try and block that out. Puck's going to pick himself up some items. So who's got the wards is the better question. Enigma's got the wards. And they're actually going to catch the Rubik and the Coddle. Oh, Sand King gets surged, Burrow Strike in onto the Rubik. He gets Malefist, Split Earth. That's going to be a first blood for the Morphling. Illuminate's going to come through, do basically... it's going to do a bit of damage, but... some great play. The Darkseer saving that point, just in case they needed a vacuum or a surge or something. So, great early game advantage for them. They managed to get the ward... looks like they didn't actually ward the pull camp, because it doesn't give vision here. But they were just looking to kind of block off all this. Looks like Enigma's not even going to be doing an aggressive jungle. He's going up here. TA's going to find... the regen rune doesn't really matter. Save that for when she needs it. And Morphling's already got himself a Basilius now. Do we have any sentries down here? Doesn't look like it. We got a block going on by Weaver. They did a bit of a block on the... this here. Darkseer is going to be soloing up against this tri-lane, and it can be a little bit of a dangerous tri-lane. I mean, you... with the Coddle Chakra Magic, Rubik will be able to do Fade Bolts all day. Just all day. Although it looks like he might be going for a bit of a roam. Where it's going to see a Sand King Leshrac dual lane up against this Templar Assassin. And then Enigma's in the jungle. We're going to have Morphling soloing against this Puck. When they saw that it was a solo Puck, they probably figured we don't need to send a support up there. Puck's not really in danger of killing the Morphling. So better to get a dual lane up against this Templar Assassin. Get some harass into her. Try and impact her farm a bit. Darkseer's taking a bit of harass here from the Coddle. This Coddle's being real aggressive, though. And it's mostly because he knows he can. Rubik's going to actually transition up here. Tri-lane's of no use, really. It's not needed against this Darkseer. Illuminate's going to come through. He's going to eat some tangos. Take some more right clicks. Use a surge on himself just to get out of the range. And we're going to see Enigma coming through. Just put some right clicks in. Mostly to stop Puck from trying to steal any of his jungle farm. And Weaver's, I mean, he's pretty much got free farm up against this Darkseer. He doesn't really have to worry about the Ion Shell. He doesn't really have to worry about getting right-clicked. And the Coddle's doing a great job of just poking this Darkseer, keeping him away, pulling creeps through. And we're seeing some Refraction and Psyblades harass. Actually, no points in Meld yet. Sand King finds himself a regen rune. Looks like he's going for a majority of the farm, I think. Yeah, looks like they're just kind of splitting the farm up. Knows that both of them don't need a whole lot of farm. And I actually miss a kill up top. It looks like Enigma came in with a Malefice. And then just some waveforms and right clicks. And Split Earth, telekinesis onto the Leshrac. He is actually in some trouble. Gets the courier, though, and manages to escape. He's gonna salve up, clarity up. So great pickoff. He saw that the courier was coming through as soon as he knew that telekinesis was down and that he wasn't in danger of getting tossed into tower or something like that. Some burrow strikes coming through. TA's gonna throw up refraction just to, you know, make sure the ensuing Split Earth doesn't hit her too hard. And we're actually seeing 2 Edict, 1 Split Earth, usual build, no points in Lightning. And everything else looks pretty quiet so far. I mean, the courier is dead. That's a real unfortunate, especially early in the game. TA does have her bottle already, but I mean, nobody's going to be able to bring themselves boots or extra regen if they happen to need it. We actually see a Burrow Strike, Split Earth, Diabolic Edict on this TA. Fade Bolt's going to come through Sandstorm, and that's going to be a dead TA to Diabolic Edict. Unfortunately, the Rubik only able to do so much. He fired off his level 2 Fade Bolt. It only does so much damage. Morphling brings himself his Wraithband, finishing off his Ring of Aquila. Enigma's just going to check for rune here. And it is bottom. There's a double damage rune bottom. And another Burrow Strike through on this Templar Assassin. She's eating a lot of harass. I mean, she's farming decently, I guess, but I get actually no. When I look at comparable numbers, it's not really. She's pretty much farming the same as the rest of as the Sand King, and he's even got more denies and a kill and 2 assists. See bugs coming through on the Darkseer, and using Shikuchi to catch up to get another right click in, and some more Illuminates coming through, looking to hopefully cancel that salve. Unfortunately, it did not. And Enigma's got his soul ring up, so that's going to be giving him some free demonic conversions. And most likely we'll see him go for a mech next. And what is Leshrac bringing himself? Just some boots. Boots, magic stick it looks like. No, boots and a clarity. And then boots and a magic stick for the Sand King. And the Malefice just on creeps. But Morphling, again, he's got free farm. He's 26-7 up against a 10-1 Puck who's already died once. And then how is Weaver doing? He's 23-6 and 13-1 for the Darkseer. So the 2 carries farming about the same. So nothing horrible there, although Morphling does have 2 kills, I do believe. Yeah, 2 kills already under his belt, so he's got a bit of a gold advantage. And the courier does respawn. We can have a look at the graphs here. About 2k gold advantage and about the same for experience for the Dire team. And we already see some smokes, some dusts. Looks like they might be going after the Weaver. Dust to, prevent the Sakuchi. Dust is useful on him up until he hits level 6, and at that point he can actually time-lapse out of the dust. So you need it's better to go for like sentries or gems. And some more farming going on in all of the lanes. Things have kind of quieted down a little bit. Ion Shell is level 3 now, so it does hit relatively hard. And good dodge of the Illusionary Orb by Morphling. He knew that the wave was going to get hit, so might as well not take, you know, free damage, give the puck free harass. We're going to see a Sandstorm on Sand King. He ate a Fade Bolt. Illuminate's going to come through as well, not get anybody. And unfortunately, this is a pretty survivable middle lane for TL. I mean, they got the Burrow Strike, they got Sandstorm, and then Leshrac is able to just walk away. The Sand King kind of Burrow Strikes onto people to keep the Leshrac safe, and then he can just Sandstorm himself. So we might see some early sentries on this Radiant team. Puck actually goes down to Creeps up top. Sorry, I missed that one again. Some more diving, and we're going to see a big push on this top tower. Glyph is going to get popped. The Eidolon's kind of tanking up the creep wave. Illuminate's going to come through, basically wipe that off, and that's going to push that away. Rubik's also up here, and TA is actually coming in from behind. And she's just got level 1 boots. She's looking... There you go. She's got her phase now. So they might look to do a dive. They'll catch Enigma. He gets telekinesis. Refraction popped up. Meld shot. And he's going to go down to the Templar Assassin. Meld and Refraction. Tons of damage. But in the meantime, we're going to see the middle lane. Push is going to come forward. Leshrac's going to turn on his Edict. Glyph is down. Sand King's just going to bottle himself up. Heal up in case they need to tank this a little bit. And that was just so... That was one Edict. One Edict and some right clicks. And they're just going to leave this. Sand King gets the last hit on that. First tower to go down. Templar Assassin Refraction is down now. Trying for a Split Earth. But she does have the phase boots, so she's just going to run away. And Leshrac's doing a blind Split Earth. Should have seen that she suddenly accelerated and known that it was hopeless, but I guess he only lost a little bit of mana. Other than that, he's okay. And Courier, Soul Ring being brought to the Darkseer. Now he's going to be able to spam those vacuum, spam those ion shells. Shikuchi's going to come forward, just kind of clear up the wave a little bit. Sand King's actually going to come down. They're going to look to dive onto this Weaver. He does have time lapse up, and they don't have anything to burn away his mana. So, unless they burst him really quick, and they don't really have a whole lot of burst. Morphling takes down Puck, and he's going to start strength morphing. I want to watch this, but tower goes down, trap onto the Morphling. He's just going to waveform away, and he'll pretty much escape. And, oh no, they're going to keep chasing, but Malefice, by the Enigma, they're going to pop a black hole. Telekinesis is going to go on to the Enigma. Fade Bolt as well. And oh, Morphling. Morphling, you are insane. He doesn't have mana for a waveform. He's strength morphing as fast as he can. But he's going to go down anyways. That was sloppy play by the Morphling. He went in trying to get a kill on the TA. We're going to see an Epicenter onto the Rubik, though. Clean that up. So they did at least do a 1-for-1, but it was their carry for one of their supports. So that's not always what exactly you want to do. Leshrac just catching up on farm in the mid lane here. I have to sneeze. Sorry about that. Couldn't mute in time, but just yanked the headset away. And Leshrac's got his arcane boots up. Let's do item checks. Boots on the Enigma. Leshrac is bringing himself some dust and wards. We've got the beginnings of a pipe on the Darkseer along with the Soul Ring. And I totally agree with this pipe pickup. I mean, when you're up against a Coddle, Fade Bolt, a Puck, tons of magic damage coming out. The Templar Assassin won't be doing a whole lot of right-click damage until late game. Same thing with the Weaver. In fact, most of his early damage is from like a Radiance he might pick up or Shikuchi. So the right-click early damage coming out of this Radiant team is almost nothing. We're going to see a Burrow Strike on the TA. Splitter that's going to miss. And Darkseer's actually going to come in. He's going balls deep. He's going to pop Ion Shell Telekinesis backwards. Vacuum onto the Rubik. He's going to get Burrow Strike. And a Fade Bolt's going to come through. And they've actually got a lot of things that can eat through this Templar Assassin Refraction. They've got the Edict, they've got the Sandstorm, Ion Shell. So she's basically never going to be able to rely on Refraction for survivability. Which is a bit of a problem, because that is kind of what you rely on as Templar Assassin. You kind of go, well, I can just dive past you guys, eat like 6 tower shots or whatever, and not care because of Refraction. Morphling gets another kill on the Keeper of the Light up here. I keep missing this. Looking at other lanes, I am sorry. 4-1-1 on this Morphling already. What is he looking at for GPM? He must be going quick. 477. That's insane. The TA finds herself an Illusion Rune. Just going to send those out to scout a bit. Maybe body block some creep camps. Blah, 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 blah. Leshrac going to fire some right clicks in. Now they know that there's a ward up here somewhere. And actually, Leshrac's going to get slowed by the trap. Enigma's going to come forward to defend here. Burrow Strike on the Sand King. We're going to see a waveform through as well. Finish off the Rubik. And, oh, Illuminate does so much damage. Silence. Dream Coil is going to go down. The Enigma's going to die. Morphling manages to finish off the Puck. Morphling gets the Coddle. Triple kill on him. Sandstorm's going to keep the Sand King safe. Burrow Strike in onto the Templar Assassin. And are they going to look to... Oh, Morphling, you crazy bitch. Quad... Like, an ultra kill on Morphling already. So that's an 8-1 Morphling 13 minutes into the game. This is not what you want. He's already got himself a Perseverance. He's very close to an Ultimate Orb now. 900 gold away from that. And now he's up to 510 GPM. Darkseer going through, annihilating the creep wave with Ion Shell. This Weaver's basically got nothing. He's got just about 2,000 gold saved up, looking to get that Radiance. And they're going to push down this bottom tier 1. The Puck. You poor Puck. He did very good work in that team fight, though, but the Morphling was just going through them, causing havoc. Was Epicenter used? No, I do believe it was still on cooldown. Yeah, because it hasn't been like 90 seconds since then, I don't believe. So, but he is wandering through the jungle. He's going to maybe spot a TA. We're going to see a Darkseer surge up. Leshrac's going to come as well. And unfortunately, no... Oh, Leshrac, you crazy. He's going to get slowed by the trap. But Darkseer is going to surge him, and it's going to completely reverse that. And instead, they're just going to look to come to the middle lane here. Steal some of this Morphling's farm. No, it looks like he got them all. Templar Assassin still dancing with this Leshrac. Telekinesis on the Rubik, or on the Darkseer from the Rubik. Vacuum stolen on the Rubik. Oh, but he's just going to get annihilated. We're going to see a dust being popped. He's going to time-lapse that off. Leshrac's going to go down to the Templar Assassin. But she is going to go take tons of damage from the Ion Shell. We're going to see a Dream Coil come through. Darkseer's going to finish off the TA. Weaver's going to kill the Darkseer. Epicenter's going to be channeled. And he does nothing. Does a bit of damage to the Puck. Going to finish off the Puck with a Burrow Strike and Sandstorm. And he's just going to try and TP home. Oh, gets taken down by the Weaver. So that was a 2-for-2 exchange, looks like. Sand King has his blink. Time-lapse is now down. And we're actually going to see the Morphling replicant onto the Coddle and warp right to it. But in the meantime, we're going to see Enigma pushing down this top tower. And the Dire team's in at the stage right now where they can kind of take engagements like that. They're 7 kills up. They're 3 towers up. Soon to be 4 towers. Leshrac's also up here. Edict's going to be cast as well. We saw a telekinesis going through. Oh, Split Earth actually lands on the Templar Assassin. We're going to see Puck. He actually warps to the orb. I don't know if they're going to actually catch anybody. Leshrac's going to drop a Split Earth. He's going to still get telekinesis, though. Picked up, dropped down. Illuminate's going to come through. Morphling's going to finish off And Leshrac gets a kill with the Diabolic Edict. Morphling finishes off the Rubik, and Coddle is forced to run away. This Leshrac has some of the luckiest... Like, he is baiting chases like no tomorrow. They spot out the Weaver. He's just going to run away. Time-lapse is back up, so... And we're going to see them come on to this tier 2 up top here. Or in mid, sorry. And they don't have a creep wave anymore, so unfortunately they can't push this out. Weaver's still trying to farm up his Radiance. And actually he went Vanguard, so he's now going to be looking probably for Radiance. He's got his Vanguard, he's got his Treads finished. He's 2,600, or 2,800 gold, sorry, from finishing, or getting the Relic. And then he's another like 1,350 from the Radiance. So he's got a ways to go. And with how things are looking, he won't get to that point. As things stand right now, the Morphling is getting huge. He must have like an ultimate orb. Now he's got the recipe for the Lincolns. He's got his recipe. He is about 250 gold from finishing his Lincolns, and then he'll probably go for like Ethereal Blade or something like that. Although he is in some trouble now. He's just going to TP out, and actually the orb finishes him off. So now he is about 650 gold from finishing his Lincolns. Unfortunately, being a little too reckless. They don't have a whole lot of vision. They've got this one here, and then there's this one right here, which really spots this little corner, and actually it just disappears. Rubik manages to steal Burrow Strike. They're just going to send an orb through, and then Silence is going to finish off that creep, or take a good chunk out of that creep wave. Leshrac got himself a chainmail, but they already have a mech up, so he's probably might be going for a medallion then. Medallion let them do some very fast Roshans, allow them to tear through this very squishy team. Like if you look at the Radiant team, 3 armor, 2 armor, 4 armor, 6. Like the Templar Assassin and the Weaver are the only ones with high. We're going to see a sentry go down. Sand King's actually going to get telekinesis and get torn down by a Fade Bolt. Spirit Form was popped. The Illuminate doesn't actually go to anything. We're going to see a bunch of TPs down to this bottom lane. And Darkseer's just going to surge his way out of there. Darkseer's looks like he's finishing off his pipe. So that'll be a great pickup for him. He will be able to absorb tons of this magic damage that's coming out in these big team fights that they also want to do because of that ridiculous triple AoE combo they have going. TA, the double damage rune she had bottled up, time's out, so she's got that. She can use it to farm. Morphling using Adaptive Strike to get a last hit. And looks like the Dire team just wants to farm up a little bit more, even though there's Morphling hasn't dropped below like 450 gold per minute. He has just taken this game by storm. And we're actually going to see the rest of the Dire team, Darkseer, Leshrac, going to come forward, but they're going to get slowed by a Templar Assassin trap. And Darkseer's just going to look to tank up this wave. And TA is going to put some damage in. He's going to get telekinesis, Burrow Strike by the Rubik, and Templar Assassin actually finishes him off. That was a little reckless. I mean, it's one thing if you are tanking them here and like your team's right here, but they were all the way up here. So it's not like they could just instantly spring to his aid. And it looks like Morphling does have that Lincoln's finished. That'll allow him to dodge Fade Bolts. And, you know, it'll just keep him safe, give him the mana regen he needs, the health regen, the stats. So we'll have to see if he just goes for like a Manta or if he goes for the Shotgun. I don't think Shotgun would be a horrible idea considering how squishy some of the Radiant members are. I mean, you've got Coddle, you got Rubik. Rubik's got just 750 health. Same thing with this Coddle. And Puck's not much better. He's just creeping over 830. The TA's got herself her Blink Dagger now. So we'll probably see her look to pick up like a Desolator or something damage-oriented now Desolator is a pretty popular one because of the synergy with the meld armor reduction. Allow you to just pound out damage. You just destroy people. We see a hasted Sand King. Actually, Dream Coil is going to be dropped. This Puck's in some trouble. Wall of Replica is going to be popped. And he's going to actually go down to an Illuminate. Enigma's got himself a Blink Dagger now as well. So that was 4 on 4. And unfortunately, Little Shrek can't really stay now. Morphling finishes off this top tier 2. And we're going to see Darkseer going up against this Weaver. Ion Shell OP. But they do have a Blink Black Hole. Unfortunately, you don't really have any damage for it. I suppose that the Leshrac could activate Pulse Nova, but he doesn't really have any mana left. Okay, now they've got damage. Morphling's joining them in this middle lane. They're going to look to push this tier 2. Just when I said that things were looking rough for PF, they make a bit of a comeback. Puck's got himself a Blink as well now. We're going to see Edict doing tons of damage. Illuminate's going to come forward. Oh my god, the damage on Leshrac is just ridiculous. Oh, that is... like, it's so crazy. And we're seeing Orb come through. Silent's going to be fired off as well. Wipe out that creep wave. They did do a lot of damage. Coddle's finished himself a mech. So that'll be great for their team fight. And how is the Weaver doing? He's actually just like 800 gold off of his relic. So that'll be a huge pickup for him. It is a little bit on the late side. Normally by like the 20-minute mark, you already want to have the relic. But he should be able to get the Radiance by like the 27 minutes. 27, 28 minutes. So it's not that bad. Not that late. And Weaver's actually bringing himself a TP scroll, just in case they need it. Rubik just looking to tank up a little bit. And they're actually going to catch out this Templar Assassin and the Puck. And the Puck's isn't able to blink away. We're going to see a black hole on 2. That's going to be a huge pick-off. Weaver just farming away on bottom. That's going to be a tier 2 taken down. So they can even drop the black hole and then vacuum everyone into the black hole. That is what's crazy about this setup. And they're actually going to push a tier 3. And I don't think we've got buyback on anybody. No, unfortunately. So Weaver can't solo defend this. He's just going to keep farming. And they're going to lose racks. This is going to be 24-minute racks. And they threw down a ward just so they can keep some vision of this high ground. Take racks back up. We're going to see an orb come through. Not going to warp to it. And they're actually going to smoke up. Yeah, that was just defensive smoke so that they could, wouldn't be tracked by the TA traps. And Morphling actually pushes the bottom tier 2. So that is one set of racks, all of the tier 2s down. And PF has yet to take a tower. And it's great if you're meeting pretty even on kills, but unfortunately, if you haven't taken a tower, that is how you win this game. You actually push. So they're actually going to look to take a Roche. Puck's going to blink in, drop a Dream Coil. He's just going to get annihilated, though. Templar Assassin finishes off the Enigma. Rubik's going to go down. Keeper of the Light finishes off the Leshrac. Morphling gets a double kill on the Weaver. Leshrac buys back. And I do believe we also saw Enigma buy back. And Morphling, you need to start strength morphing. There you go. Keeper of the Light actually finishes off Sand King with an incredibly long-range Illuminate in the background there. Except he's in some trouble. That's going to be an Adaptive Strike. Do a ton of damage. And Sand King buys back, actually. And now they're going to look to finish off Roshan. Yeah, so it was a medallion on the Leshrac. Allow them to do this incredibly fast. And then the mech. Morphling picks that up. He's got himself an Ethereal Blade already. He's got another 1,700 gold. So we might see him go for Manta. He may go just for like a Butterfly. Just go hard damage, give myself a bunch of agility, look to finish this early, because they are definitely in the position to do that. 3,600 gold on the Weaver. He is so close to the Relic, but honestly, I think picking up a Radiance at this point is a moot point. I mean, you've got a level 10 Rubik, and the lowest level on the Dire team is a 12. You've got an 18 Morphling. Like, when... Wow, Puck. Oh. We're actually... See a Burrow Strike onto the Templar Assassin. That was a bit of miscommunication. He was looking to defend the Morphling, but Morphling just Replicant out. We're actually see a Surge on... and that's going to be a 4-man Black Hole? Yeah, 4-man Black Hole. And Epicenter coming through, getting a double kill. They're going to finish off this Coddle with no problem as well. Ion Shell's just going to do a ton of damage. He tried to TP out, but... this is... like, I don't want to call games with just one rack down, but this is pretty much over. I mean, when your Weaver hasn't even finished... Oh, and he actually goes down to an Adaptive Strike. I do believe that was an Ethereal Blade Adaptive Strike. But yeah, when your Weaver hasn't even finished, and yeah, they call GG. So, TL, very well played. They went, well, I mean, part of it was just a drafting fail. You, when they pick up a Darkseer, you want to ban out stuff like Enigma. You want to ban out Sand King. You do not want them to... You don't want to allow them to be able to combo those huge teamfight ultimates together. Like, it's just not what you do. So it was a bit of a stomp. I mean, they definitely had some early potential on this Radiant side. And actually, big meld hit from the Templar Assassin. And Weaver actually just went for a Yasha. He said, screw it, I'm not getting my Radiance anytime soon. Might as well get myself some attack speed, get myself some damage. But Morphling now has a Manta, so in under 30 minutes, he's gotten himself an E-Blade, Manta, Lincoln Sphere, Treads. He's 17-2. And your Weaver has Vanguard Yasha. Treads. Dream Coil's gonna be popped, that's gonna break Aegis. They're gonna finish off the Puck, though. Templar Assassin gets a kill on the Darkseer, who throws down the Wall of Replicant. They're actually gonna take out this Weaver. He's just a Replicant out. Nearly goes down to an Illuminate, actually. Fountain Turret takes down the Sand King. But that's going to be game. We're actually... an Illuminate, but it doesn't get hit anything. And there you go. So that's game. I was Blightwind. This was a game within the Gosu qualifiers, number 4. I hope you enjoyed it. And, you know, stay tuned to Gosu Gamers for all of your Dota needs. Keep tuning in to the Gosu League. Plenty more qualifiers coming up, and then we'll have the group stages. It'll be great fun. Hopefully, we'll be able to see some relatively unknown teams, such as these, be able to make it a good ways. And now, switch to Small View.